I gotta find Erend. But it might be good to hit Chainscrape first and upgrade my bow. Do I have any fire ammo on me? This place has seen better days. I don't think I can get past them. Guess I should leave it for now. Better leave it alone for now. Must be Chainscrape. Jaruf said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear, too.
Outlander approaching.
Is that the savior?
Wanna come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
How am I supposed to work with a hammer in this state?
Till Oven blows that whistle.
I am most certainly so.
Maybe finally someone will drink.
You keep the
This
noise
should be useful.
down. Some of us.
Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear... the bristlebacks.
Never fear,
I'm
my
okay.
lady. You have found me.
Okay. Peaks and pits. places we'd mind. We are on the same side here, Ulvund. The bristle...
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, if you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soul remove the bristlebacks and sign the... Face it. What a...
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss...
We might.
Very well.
So, the savior herself.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you...
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my... saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that well...
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion...
Well, I refuse to play nice to some... when my fellow laborers are being intimidated and taken advantage...
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! But nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done...
And where is the...
The, burden? The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out. Someone had to step up and...
You ordered the...
Indeed I did. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve,
Fair deal?
It's not it's on behalf of who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap. All we're asking for is the ability to share for a land worked by...
Right. And just how much...
Only an amount appropriate.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done...
If that's what it takes.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Of the earth.
I think I've had too much to drink.
You know I stopped.
Is that a Nora? Ouch!
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Ulvund didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvund's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built. And don't get me started on the Ulven discount they feel so...
And if you...
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chain...
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going. Where I'm headed, I could use some...
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulven. Or even if I already had the right ingredients, there's no... Unless you can...
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, corrugate until I can have a new one for it. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the northeast, don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way, assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
It's a Tanakh. Come to revel in some strikes.
I was just
First timer, huh? Well, aren't you? I got an extra set. A Tanakh original straight. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot... I'll give you something special if you win it all. All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose. Since this is your first time, usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but pick up that machine piece to your right, and remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Move that machine forward. It's all part of the learning process. Just need to, easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a set. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to when performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be now. You'll notice you didn't get quite up, but you did destroy. That means that wasn't so hard. Just remember to always, you'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over it. I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and...
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. It's a small set to be sure, but you might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of you, though they'll need the right materials to craft you. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. No, I've lost my fair share of pieces after night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me, always a pleasure to... Now, if you feel like playing a real... I could even teach you a few more tricks if...
Thanks. Oh.
Come back anytime, Red.
Ah, Savior! Over here!
Savior, and my condolences that you had to endure.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let Bristlebacks, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his...
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way.
The only way I know about it... Look, if you can get to the help me shut.
What is this?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as only the portions...
Let me guess. Because
Exactly. He could secure...
he can't get those investments without the...
No. Hence, why blame... No matter how...
How did...
I ask, overseeing it was an honor, is an...
But your job would be a lot like Ulvund.
Ulvund's not. He's been around longer than I... I'll find a way. I have to.
You said the Bristle...
Yes, according Sid, he took off and...
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will... And maybe then...